and an unyielding commitment to athletic excellence. In essence, Ashish Shelarji is a powerhouse, a tenacious political strategist, a grassroots warrior, and a decisive sports administrator who continues to leave an indelible imprint on Maharashtra's political and sporting landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Minister Ashish Shelar. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you, sir. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you in our midst. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have the award ceremony. I'd like to invite Dr. Rachna Bimrashka, UNI GIF, Dr. Sarita Gomes, and Mr. Bipin Gupta to please join us on the stage.
चलिए करिए आगे बढ़िए
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in inviting Dr. Ramesh Kumar Borkute. Outstanding contribution in the field of healthcare and education. May I invite Mr. Anil Mittalji to please join us on stage.
मुझे दे रहा हूँ कि बच्चों को दे रहा हूँ
और फिर आपको डॉक्टर सर प्लीज का
आइए नमस्ते
round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
सर सामने सर
ये तेज है
ये सर
आप उसका सम्मान करना प्लीज नमस्ते मैडम इधर
So, ladies and gentlemen, since we have our dignitaries in our midst, and it's also an honor and pleasure to have him with us, we'd like to invite him to please grace us with his occasion and speak a few words. May I invite Mr. Ashish Shelar to please address the crowd. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
The dignitaries on the dais, and all the fellow, you can say the activists and educationists. Today I feel that I'm privileged to be the part of this August gathering. And the reason is very simple, that those who cultivate the values, those who make an effort to give the knowledge, and those who design the course to get a wisdom to the student at the correct age, those are the people who are present in this August hall. I am very fortunate to share the dais with Mithri Chaudhary ji also, because she is one of the not only leading an honest, upright IAS officer, but she is also आइए प्रेम भाई आइए प्रेम शुक्ला जी का भी स्वागत है but Lily ji is also a curator, executor and performer of arts in her own space, which is quite visible if you cross the road and you go to Jahangir Art Gallery. You will come to know the beauty what has been created and exhibited by Nidhi ji. Friends, this is an era where there is a lot of discussion on the language in which we should make the students learn, which is obviously an important or a very important thing. But at the same time, today I have been told that we are recognizing the efforts taken by the education institutes and the institutes which have taken the efforts to inculcate the language which is called as IT language, AI language, ML language, and that is the language of the era at the coming time. I genuinely feel that we should not defocus ourselves from this very purpose for which the tomorrow's growth, the tomorrow's, what I can say, the career which my own children are going to build their base for, and that is in technology. We all need to do a rightful use of the technology in our educational institutes. As IT Minister, I also feel that the time has come for us to evaluate and design the courses in such a way where the ethical use of the AI or any other technology will be designed properly for our own students. There is a small gap between ethically right and ethically incorrect. What is ethically correct and what is morally wrong? If that small line, if somebody with their own wisdom, if will not cross over, then I don't want to explain the situation where we all land. And therefore, being IT Minister, we are formulating the policy for AI. We have already appointed a task force for the GCC, cyber security, and many other reasons. But at the same time, when it comes to an education, I genuinely feel that we need to have a more discussion and inputs from the all stakeholders. And I could see maximum number of stakeholders who are sitting in this August hall. So while congratulating those who have achieved the best and also appreciating those who are on that path, I wanted to keep this house open for the discussion of what is ethically correct and of usage of technology, especially AI and many other things. And being a part of the government, not only IT but also Cultural Ministry, I feel that your advice, your suggestions are most welcome. Other we want the same, and we will see that the most things can be executed while forming the policy. On the last note, while appreciating this effort, one must say that why 4 times I have said, being an IT Minister, being a Cultural Minister, the reason is very simple. I don't want it to scratch my own back, but the organizers conveniently forgotten to explain that I'm Minister for Culture and IT too. And for very specific reason I mentioned this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I apologize on behalf of the team.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome Shri Prem Shukla ji, National Speaker of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause and joining and welcoming Shri Prem Shukla ji, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, a dynamic leader and articulate voice of our nation. I'd like to invite Ms. Chitra to please extend a warm welcome.
Good evening, everyone. श्री प्रेम शुक्ला जी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता एवं एक प्रखर राष्ट्रवादी चिंतक और अनुभवी पत्रकार हैं। उत्तर प्रदेश के सुल्तानपुर जनपद के बनभोकार गांव से मुंबई तक का उनका सफर लेखनी, विचार और जन सेवा की मिसाल है। मुंबई विश्वविद्यालय से स्नातक की उपाधि प्राप्त कर आपने ETC न्यूज, लहरे और देवगिरी समाचार जैसे प्रतिष्ठित संस्थानों में पत्रकार के रूप में कार्य किया। वर्ष 1993 में दोपहर का सपना में चीफ रिपोर्टर के रूप से जुड़े और 2005 से 2015 तक का कार्यकारी संपादक के रूप में 10 वर्षों तक अपनी सेवाएं दी। आपके लेख जनसंता, अमर उजाला, राष्ट्रीय सहारा जैसे प्रमुख समाचार पत्रों में प्रकाशित होते रहे हैं, जिनमें आपकी राष्ट्रवादी दृष्टि, राजनीतिक पकड़ और सामाजिक सरोकार स्पष्ट रूप से दिखाई देते हैं। 2015 में पत्रकारिता को अलविदा कहकर आपने भाजपा की सदस्यता ग्रहण की और जल्द ही राष्ट्रीय प्रवक्ता बने। आपकी तार्किक शैली, संयमित व्यक्तित्व और प्रखर राष्ट्रवाद ने आपको टेलीविजन डिबेट्स और मंचों पर विशेष पहचान दिलाई है। आपको छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज राष्ट्रीय एकता पुरस्कार सहित कई सम्मानों से भी नवाजा गया है। श्री प्रेम शुक्ला जी का जीवन पत्रकारिता और राजनीति का प्रेरणास्पद संगम है, जो नव भारत के निर्माण में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभा रही है। धन्यवाद।
May I invite Professor Dr. Ajay Sahai to please join us on stage. We now start with the awardees. I'd like to call upon our first awardee, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Mr. Shri Anjali Mittal. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Anilji Mittal, Trustee MD High School and Marwali Vidyalaya High School.